I wanted to talk about integration and, more importantly, time that we allow ourselves or we don't allow ourselves for integration. So, when we do some healing, when we do some, it doesn't matter what kind of process we do, Reiki, angelic healing, energetic healing, we do completion process, we do metaphysical anatomy technique, we do parts work, we do some internal soul search and retrieval. After that, what is happening is that we have shifted something energetically in our being, in our field. And in order for that to show up physically, to come up physically, we need to allow some time for integration. Personal opinion that is not how fast we do things, is not how many sessions we do, is not how many hours we spend doing some healing work, but the quality of integration that defines what the result is going to be. So what does it look like in a practical terms? So for example, when a shift occurs, something happens, something shifts, our job is to allow that thing that has changed in another level, at another dimension, to kind of drop down and show up in our physical life. So if we start being like a wild animal or some animal trapped in a box and kind of banging in the walls, instead of allowing the time for the change to show up, allowing ourselves to see that change, we might kind of keep on doing the same thing so many times and we think nothing is changing. Actually, things are changing. We're just doing one thing and then we do that one thing again, and that thing is keep on dropping, and then it starts keep on dropping again, and then it starts keep on dropping again, and it kind of like we keep on changing it in the middle way of dropping that new healing experience. So for us to really fully realize, if we allow some time, and this is actually very individual thing, it can be like 1 day, it can be 2 days, it can be 3 days, it can be week, 2, 3 weeks, but when we allow the quality of that shift to actually come and show up in our life, we allow, it's almost like we repainted the wall in our house and we allow that color to dry, and then we finally can see the actual color that it is. So, and if we have wet paint and we paint again another color, and then we paint another color, and we think, okay, it's too dark, I need another color on it to make it lighter, then it's not dry yet, and then okay, I don't like the tone, I need to change it. We kind of like, we don't know what we're getting. I don't know, maybe it's good for some people, but what I personally find is that when I breathe through the change that has happened, and especially if I keep my mind open and I keep my eyes open and I keep my energy open, and I can start to see, this is different, this is something that shifted, my behavior has changed in this situation, my feelings about that situation has changed, I no longer have that thought or those thoughts that I used to have, I feel about myself better, or maybe I feel softer towards myself. So once I start to kind of like notice these things, literally after any healing or integration, what does it to me then? I actually start to see effects of that faster. And I think people can sometimes miss out on profound healing experience by trying to do too much and not allowing themselves to realize fully the benefit of what they already have done. So, personal opinion, personal experience, personal sharing, but it's about quality, it's not about quantity. So I just wanted to share with you that, like when you do any kind of session, either on yourself or with somebody else, important thing after that is to notice what has changed, what is changing, what is shifting, and allow the time, whatever the time you need, to have that thing in your life. Some people prefer like lots of intense healing and then radical change, and that can work too, but like for me it's like a seeing that flower blossoming and then seeing another flower blossoming and then seeing another bud open up. I do really enjoy the experience of observing the change and realizing the whole healing benefit of whatever the integration work I have done. Okay, so that's all from me today. I hope you're well. Let me know what you think. This might not be for everybody. Some people like to go like really deeply and intensely into healing work nonstop. But what I find in that situation, and I've done it, it's just like you have no breathing time. It's just like it feels like it's a non-stop marathon, and sometimes it's needed, and sometimes it needs to be done. But for any kind of like I guess spiritual junkie, you can call, like I am, I guess you are too, it's important, I think, to allow for the time of that experience to unfold and kind of like to be able to witness it. So let me know what you think and have a beautiful day. Bye bye.